Hello everyone, and I bet you can guess why I'm on Bloxburg today. Because I am going on a little hiking trip. Yes, I'm going on a Bloxburg hiking trip. So you're going to come along with me. So, it is part of the school trip. So you're going to come along with me. So let's get ready. We're meeting at Bloxburg High School. So let's go. Let's jump in the car and let's go. We've got to sit in the classrooms for a little while until we get called to go to our lockers to go and get our bags ready for the trip. I am so excited. Oh, we have just been called to go get our bags. Let's go. There we go. I've got my bag. Now we can head on the trip. Let's go. We're taking our cars and then we're going to park them up because that is where our hike will begin tomorrow morning. We're going to be camping at a beautiful campsite called Peak Camp, which I'm very, very excited because I've never been there before. I don't think none of us has been there before, so I'm looking very, very forward about this trip. It's a pretty long way to get to Peak Camp, so that's why we're driving. We were going to walk, but we realised how long it will take. It will probably take like more than 2 days, or probably a whole night. Probably a whole day and into the night. So we're just getting moving up here instead. So of course we're going around the dam where we can see the high school where we just came from. I cannot wait to go to Peak Camp. This is Mermere Camp, but this is not where we're staying. We are not staying at Mermere Camp because there's no showers there or very good bed quality. So we're heading to Peak Camp instead. This brown road leads to Peak Camp, as you can see. So we're going to go all the way up to Peak Camp. And here we are. We're at Peak Camp at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So we need to park up our cars in the blue parking lots. Perfect. Now we can breathe in the wild of fresh air. We've even got bikes for the hike because we're not going to be walking all the way up that mountain. Nuh-uh. Because we're going to skydive over the camp and then we're going to land into that water pool. And I've heard if you dive down, there's some turtles. Yes, oh, look at the turtles. Hey, turtle. And there's some other turtles up here too. This is a perfect place to camp for the night. Oh, and if you're asking why we have our backpacks on, it's because this is actually part of school. Nature. And we can climb trees as well. It's a fantastic trip. We have now been told to pick a tent around the campfire. Or around a campfire. So that we can roast marshmallows and cook meals. Of course, I'm going to pick this one. Because it's next to my car. And it's close to the campfire. And of course, pretty close to the toilet block and the shower block. Yes, that may sound a bit gross, but that is where I would like to be. But the teacher has recommended that I sleep in one of these beds because it will be nice and warm for me by the fire. So I've of course said yes. It's now time to go on our little walk. So we're now going to go up here and back down again. And now we're grabbing our cycling. So now we can go all the way across and parachute down and into that pool. Easy task. And then it'll be bedtime. And then we will do our walk up here, hopefully. Depending if everyone's feeling fit enough to do it. And here we are at the top of Peak Mountain. Look at that beautiful view down there. And you can see the camp. So this should be an easy task of jumping into that pool. Hopefully we can do it. So, let's grab our wind smasher and go for it. As it is beginning to get night time. So there is the camp and we can see my car. And we're going to jump in 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! And that was one easy task, to jump into a smelly pond full of turtles. I like it. Now it is time to get showered up and ready for dinner. Now we are all ready to eat dinner in front of the campfire. We've been told to roast a marshmallow to make a s'more. Now we can eat it. This is the only thing we're going to basically eat. We've been told to roast a hot dog too, to make a hot dog. Now we can eat. This is to fulfill our hunger while we're out here. The teacher said that we're allowed to go walking around the forest as long as we stay beyond our camp areas. We have to stay where our camp is. We're not allowed to go down into the town because it is easy to get here from here. We're allowed to climb up the mountain and to look down upon the beautiful campsite we are in. Now we can look along the city and the beautiful campsite where we're staying tonight. The teacher has now called us to get back downstairs, down the mountain of course, so that then we can get our good night's rest in order for us to head home soon. Because apparently we're not doing our big walk tomorrow, or because we did it today. We cycled up there instead because everyone was sleepy. But we're going to go to Greenland Plains tomorrow, which is a big greenfield and plain, which is perfect for playing tennis or doing anything there. I've been told to choose a tent, but of course I'm planning on choosing this one. The teacher has said no, but I like the ones with the windows so I can see when it's daytime or not. Good night, everyone. Good night. It's morning. And it's time to head to Greenfield Plains. We now need to have a healthy breakfast to get on the road again. Roast bread. Now we've got some nice bread to eat in the morning. Now that we've all showered, been to the toilet, and has done everything that we need to do, it's now time to leave Peak Camp, which is awfully sad, but it is also very exciting because we're now heading to Greenfield Plains. Let's go! Luckily, this car is full on waterproof. Taking a shortcut. Under the water we go. This is called underwater driving. And this is a quick way of getting to places when you're under the water. And here we are. Back up again. Let's go. We're going off-roading as well, just to get to Greenfield Plains. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We're almost at Greenfield Plains. He told ya, the drive is always so quick. Greenfield Plains is between Bloxy Acres and the highway. So we're going to take the highway to get there. Well, a little bit of the highway, of course. Just go across the highway. Up. And here we are at Greenfield Plains. This is the place where we get to do our little morning run, which is perfect because the path leads all the way round. So as you can see, the path is really long. So we're going to try and park up our car somewhere. Try and find a car parking space There's got to be a car parking space somewhere where people can walk to Greenfield Plains. It's only going to be a little while. Hopefully, it shouldn't be too long. Now we're going to run really fast around the track as quickly as we can. We've got to arrive all the way back here as quickly as we can. Here we go. Running and running and running. Let's go. I'll come back to you once I'm finished, because this is going to be a long one. Here we are. I've just finished Greenfield Plains run. I literally had to run around the entire thing. I've got a vehicle tow warning, so it's now time to head back to the school to report back what has happened on our beautiful trip to Peak Camp and to Greenfield Plains. Goodbye, Greenfield Plains. Next stop, high school. Now it's next stop to high school. I'm actually a really good driver, so we're going to ignore the fact that I bumped into that lamppost. So, next stop, high school. Ooh, let's take a shortcut through Bloxy Acres. And this is where I live. And here we are, back at Bloxburg High School. We need to head to one of the general studies classrooms so that we can report back what has happened on our beautiful trip to Peak Camp and Greenfield Plains. Because we stayed at Peak Camp, so we need to go and report our signs in the general studies classroom of what was our stay like at Greenfield Plains. Well, what was our stay like at Peak Camp, and what was it like running around Greenfield Plains. Let's go. Here we are, the general studies classroom. Now we need to think about what was it right to be staying at Peak Camp. I have said staying at Peak Camp was amazing.